What's happening, everybody? My name is Brendan,
And I'm Jacob.
and we are out of cryptoconsulting.org. Today, we're going to talk about Bitcoin price analysis from the beginning of 2013 all the way up to the present date in time.
Yeah, so before we get started, we want to let you guys know that what we do here, it's not really official financial advice. Instead, we want to give you the tools and knowledge and just kind of educate you on what we know about crypto. And then from there, you guys can make your own decisions on investing and things like that. So starting back in 2013, you guys can see from the chart that we have here, Bitcoin is right around $10. Maybe a little bit more, around 13, I think, in January. But then heading to the end of 2013, it's an insane jump, crazy J curves. There's actually one back in April. You can see that little blip there next to the number 20. But that's actually a J curve if you saw it back during that time in real time. And then towards the end of 2013, we have a real serious J curve up to $1,000. And right around then is when the Chinese government, they banned financial institutions from using Bitcoin. So right after then, drops from a little bit over 1,000 down to around 600. Moving on to 2014 to 2016, I kind of put all these years together, all three of these years, because you can see there wasn't much movement in the price. It actually went down for about a year and a half there before it started to kind of slowly climb again. But at the beginning of the year, it was just under 1,000 in early January, went all the way down to a little below 250, and I'm sure most people that were holding Bitcoin during this time were a little nervous, pretty scared that the money they put in was they were never going to see it again back at the price that it was just a year ago in January 2013. But end of 2016, they start to see a little momentum again, and moving on into 2017, you can see towards the end of this year, which is pretty much when me and Brendan started to get into crypto.
Oh, yeah, the good days.
Yeah, we finally see a crazy jump. We see our official J curve when we were actually invested, even though we had noticed the charts before. We see all these crazy jumps. We hear about Bitcoin going up like crazy, but we see now, end of 2017, probably one of the craziest, most well-known J curves of Bitcoin goes up to 20,000. So that was pretty insane. We were happy to be a part of that, obviously. We want to show you guys a few charts here just to get you to recognize some trends. We think there are seasonal trends in Bitcoin prices, 2015, 2016, 2017, even though they were down those years, 2015 and 2016 that is, and even 2018. All these early January to March prices the charts are very similar. We see a nice big drop in January, and we don't see a little rise until later into March. The prices are usually pretty bad these days when we're looking at end of winter, early spring. So it's definitely seasonal. There's definitely a pattern here with Bitcoin prices. Lastly, we want to jump into the exchanges.
I just wanted to interrupt you for 1 second, too. So, we actually just got a tweet from Charlie Shrem, who was the creator of BitInstant in 2011, which allowed you to buy, was one of the first exchanges that would work with Mt. Gox. They would allow you to buy Bitcoin easier, and he's part of the Bitcoin Foundation. He's one of the biggest advocates for Bitcoin, but just released a very optimistic tweet. He went ahead and said May 2018 will be the last time we will ever see Bitcoin under $10,000. So going back to this, if we look back at this, definitely take a look and see if it has ever crosses back under 10 grand. But as of right now, some bold statements being said, and the market is looking very bullish. Looking into exchanges, so there's 100 crypto exchanges worldwide. One of the biggest ones in the United States is called Coinbase /GDAX, which is the actual exchange and the market. It's very easy to use. You can actually hook up your bank account right from there. It's limited in regards to how many cryptocurrencies you can buy into them. In Coinbase, there's Ethereum, Litecoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash at the moment. They're going to be releasing more in mid to the end of 2018. They said they were going to release ERC20 tokens, so it's something to look out for the upcoming months. Another US-based exchange is called Kraken. It's reliable. They have all their relations and fiat currencies are through USD, so everything you can go ahead and wire transfer your money in, and then go ahead and do a USD into any ones that they have, but that still is limited. They probably have about 10 to 12 different cryptocurrencies. Binance has recently become the biggest exchange in the world. They're based out of Hong Kong, and they have so many different cryptocurrencies. Usually, if you're in the United States, you have to first put it into Coinbase and or Kraken, and then go ahead and transfer it over to your Binance wallet. Bittrex is out of the UK. They closed down for registration for new users in the beginning of the year because they were having such a mass influx. They are sort of like a Binance. They're probably top 10 in regards to having the amount of cryptocurrencies available for you. There's Qcoin. There's Bitfinex, CoinMama, Gemini, something that's interesting, and a new exchange that came about. It was created by the Winklevosses. We know them through Facebook, and they're actually known as the first Bitcoin billionaires because they invested back in 2013 and saw massive gains. They've been some of the biggest Bitcoin advocates, going in front of Congress to regulate it. They've also been doing a number of different things, being one of the first investors in, I believe, BitInstant. So Gemini is an exchange right now. It only has Bitcoin and Ethereum, but they're going to look to go ahead and do futures of Bitcoin, which is the first exchange to do so, which means you can short it and bet against the cryptocurrency market. That's it for the history of pricing, as well as some exchanges to look into. I hope you enjoyed, and we will be back with some more videos.
All right, peace out.
All right, bye-bye.